What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Rock Rehab. It's been a minute, but we're still around. Don't worry, life gets in the way, but we're here. And boy, we got something for you today.
I'm excited to see this one. He's got to see it out of the box. He cheated.
I did.
He keeps telling me about all this cool stuff, and I can't wait to see it open. Let's get to it.
So Shane and I, we brought this off the shelf the other day, and it has independent front suspension. And I am stoked to see how that does. So let's get out of the box and take a look at it.
If you insist.
All right.
Let's go.
All right, guys, so here she is. This is the Enduro ZUUL, I guess you say, trail truck. Now, when I first saw it, I thought less of a crawler, more of a trail truck. But it does say tent scale, ready to run rock crawler on the box. So I'm excited to see how it does. We're going to be comparing this one a little bit to the Fusion and possibly the SCX 10.3. But Riley's going to go over some of the details on it.
So I just got my first look, and right off the bat, the color of it I think is pretty. It's almost a hair off from what's on the box, but that's not a big deal. Stuff like that happens. And if you notice on the box, it has all the wear on it. Apparently, when you scratch it, that comes through. You'll naturally get that on your own, or you can get some sandpaper and do it on your own if you wanted to. So do by the door handles and stuff. And there's a lot of detail on it. Like the winch isn't a working one, but it does spin. So if you added one, you could route it through there and have the realistic look to it. They added like texture on the suspension arms and stuff like that they didn't necessarily have to. On the bottom, oh, scratching it already. On the bottom, like the extra detail on the plate. On the rear diff cover, same thing. Little dots for the bolts. So a lot of brands don't give that much attention to the detail, and I really like that about it. It's got a little plastic rotor in there. And then it's got a rear sway bar. It's got the trailing arms on it with a little torsion bar under there. So that's pretty cool. I did not expect that to be on it. I don't know. You want to talk more about the suspension and whatnot?
So the IFS, this is the first crawler that I've ever had or seen with IFS on it. So I'm really curious to see how that is going to do. And I'll be honest, this is the first crawler that I have not had an opinion on before I used it. I have no idea how this is going to do. I haven't watched any videos on it. I haven't done a whole lot of research. I wanted to give it a very raw review. So a huge shout out to Mountain High for getting us this to do a review on. Those guys are awesome. They just got the Team Associated line in. So guys, check them out. Go see them. They're here in Vernal, Utah. They're awesome people. Shane, he's a great guy, extremely knowledgeable on this stuff. So I highly suggest going to him if you want one of these. And his prices are awesome. This guy is $395, which I thought was a little high when I first grabbed the box, but looking at it and the amount of detail that's in it I think it's a really great price point. Especially when you got the SCX 10.3s. I mean, they're a lot more, and I mean it's right on par with the Red Cat Fusion, which is awesome. So I'm excited to see how it does.
Yeah, I'm really excited. Let's plug her in.
All right, guys. So here's the body off. Now, one thing I did really like is there's no weight back here. Everything is forward. Your electronics are forward, the battery's forward. Everything's nice and centered for left to right. I think they focused on that, if I had to guess, was because of the IFS, so you're not leaning. But I really do like that. As far as the way the weight bias is set up, I think it's going to do really well climbing.
Yeah, that's awesome. I like having the motor in the front because it's heavy, but where you have everything else in the front, I think that it's going to do awesome, and at least that's centralized and not rear. I like that there's nothing on the rear of it.
These tires feel a little stiff for how heavy it is, but guys, they're factory tires. I mean, they do feel nice and sticky though.
Yeah, I don't think they're better or worse than other factory tires are about what you'd expect there. They look like they'll get the job done.
And I do like that they're licensed tires. I mean, they're actual General Grabber ATXs. So
Yep.
today we're going to be using a 1300 milliamp hour 3S battery. Nice and light, nice small package.
This is a brushed motor stock.
And this comes with the Dean's plug. I prefer XT60s, so we just got this little adapter for Mountain High. They got all this stuff for you too if you need it.
Another cool thing is where I like the scale aspect. I don't have a flashlight for you here, but the box is a garage, so you could set it so this is the bottom or so that's the bottom, and have that on the wall, or you could have that on the wall. So I think that's really cool. I like when brands give you a display box as the box. Yeah, little instructions there. You can open it up and set it up however. So I thought that was clever. Okay, so it's got the FlySky controller. If you're familiar with the Ascent 18, it looks a lot like that one, feels a lot like it. It is a little bit different though. So you got a lot of your standard features here, switches to reverse your throttle and steering and whatnot. You got your trims for the steering, for the throttle, and then your max steering direction. So make sure to get the most out of it. Set that as far as you can without, make sure you're not hitting stuff. And yeah, a couple indicator lights. So pretty decent controller. It looks like it's a 4-channel. You got the channel 3 is your 3-way switch. Channel 4 is a button. And then you just got your steering and throttle. So not a bad setup.
And then you got really nice set of stickers that come with this.
Oh yeah, there's some fun ones in there.
Yeah.
Have a nice day. LFI off-road. That's fun.
So I think we're going to be able to sticker this up really nice. That's going to be cool. I like this pack, but
trails are like a box of chocolates.
Right. Just got your normal manual pack. It looks like, without opening this, it looks like it should have a full parts diagram, which is really nice in there. And then along with that, you have the accessory pack. I like that it gives you a larger battery tray.
If I like running bigger batteries most of the time, if we're not competing or something, I'd rather have the playtime.
Yep. And then it comes with gears. Now it said on the box that you can change how the gearing is set up, so you can do a different front and rear ratio on this, which does help a lot. I try to set all my stuff up for the front pulls a little bit faster than the rear, and that helps, 1, with turning radius, and 2, climbing up hills. It really helps grab the front and keep the front down.
Yep,
so
that's a trick done on almost all of our crawlers,
yeah.
Mine and yours.
Yep. Well guys, that's everything in the box. Let's
Yep.
get this thing out. Let's try it.
Yep, and we got a couple of comparables for you here today too. We got the Fusion, which is one of our most capables, and one of our newest crawlers, the Gladiator. So we're gonna run those two out here. It's a little bit wet. It's a little bit different conditions than some of our videos are. We're gonna have a little bit less traction with how wet it is, especially if we get into this wet sand. This stuff sticks to the tires. So we'll try and stay out of that, stay on the rocks, but either way, we're gonna have some fun. Let's get to it.
Let's see if we can't scratch it up, show them the weathered body look.
Oh yeah.
I see a line right there. Let's go hit it.
Let's do it.
All right, so let's check it out and see how it does. Oh wow, that suspension's actually moving quite nice. That's not a bad amount of articulation.
And that back tire sits right on the outside of the body. That's kind of fun.
Yeah.
I forgot and already got my tires dirty. The flex isn't bad. It's kind of realistic. It's
right. Yeah. Nice smooth throttle curve though. Uh-oh. Looking so hot, we're already slipping a tire. That's not a very big obstacle.
No, I think it is just those tires and this terrain. I got some new shocks on the Fusion since you guys seen it last. They're actually the shocks off of the new SCX that I got. They got some new ones you'll see later.
All right, so right here, very weak drag brake. Watch, look, if you guys can see it in the film, it's rolling back just on that little bit of a hill.
Oh yeah, and that rolls back fast,
Yeah.
quick.
Turning radius, I'm not loving.
That front bumper looks good and it's narrow, but it sticks out. You tapped it, but after you got used to it, you probably avoid it pretty good.
We can work it up this. Trying to go straight up that. It's not really liking that line. Oh no, that drag brake, guys.
Is that programmable at all, or?
You know, that's a great question. I will look into that.
See, I don't know a lot about programming these motors. I'm not sure if you normally can brushed or not. Is that generally an option?
Yeah, you can program brushed motors. All right, let's see if we can't bump it up this. Oh.
Don't have enough traction to bump it up. There's a good burnout. That's a pretty...
Ooh, scratches.
And you were at a good 45 degrees, and it was holding that just fine.
Yeah.
It wasn't tipping over too bad. Oh, let's get up there it is.
Ooh, bumped it up. Nice. Walk that front over.
Hold up there so we can get the camera over. Let's see if the fusion can make it up. Or that one. I got one squeaky drive shaft. So this isn't making it up very easy either.
Oh, maybe it's wet. The rocks being wet.
Definitely don't think that that's helping. Oh, yeah, see that slipped sideways pretty easy.
Well, I was feeling a little not so happy with how that Enduro was performing, but after seeing, we know what the Fusion will do, so.
Right? I agree.
I think I might have judged it a little too soon.
Oh, so close. A little step over on this right side if I can get my rear tire up on the bottom step, my front tire up. Same time I might be able to get up there. Let's try and bump it. Oh! Uh-oh. Round 2. Fight. Try not to let the left tire fall, getting the right one up.
Made it up though.
Yeah, it was a trick. I wouldn't say it did any better than the first one.
All right, now this gets really steep, so we may have to use some throttle, but
I like watching that suspension move. I'm impressed IFS is doing pretty good.
get that rear over. I was on the ledge with it.
So generally people like axles for off-roading, and I think one of the biggest reasons is the simplicity of them. They don't break as easy. But IFS actually has some really good advantages that if you can get it to hold up, it is a really good option.
Well, we're gonna weather this body right quick and in a hurry.
Right? Oh, I got some scratches under the dirt. I don't see any red coming through yet. I'm excited to see what that's gonna look like.
All right, let's see if we can. I had it, but I let out too soon. So let's...
Oh, there it is. Good driving.
Now we'll see the Fusion walk right up it. Drag brake is killing me up here.
Oh, come on.
We're on a time crunch, guys. If you can see back in there, there's a big storm headed our way. Ooh, going up the ledge. Nice. Walk it over.
Yeah. That was a fun line.
Yeah, that was
like
good
it.
driving. Walked right along that wall. Heck yeah.
Yeah, that storm's a brewing. There's one over there, and there's one over there. Oh, hopefully we get that. Those are some good looking trucks though.
Yeah, I really like the way that Enduro looks. It's got some really nice scale aspects. Oh man, we scratched the glass already.
All right, where are you going next? We're gonna go back down over here maybe?
Yeah, I think we're gonna try that side hill up there.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
So we'll be on a little bit of a side hill here. Now I am having to hold that throttle to keep it on the hill. I'm not really loving that. I hope I can program that out of it. But that throttle curve is not too bad.
I'm loving watching that IFS work. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's interesting because when you're flexed out, your tires are staying upright. That's really nice.
Yep, so real quick, let's get a side by side with a axle when you're flexing. Let's see. So you can see both the tires are sideways, where both of his tires are still flat on compared to the truck. That's one advantage that IFS has. The axle turns sideways. If one tire's sideways, they both are.
Yeah.
So it's fun seeing it not do that.
I am loving the way this is moving though. I think with a good set of tires, I think this would be really cool. Not that I'm hating on these tires. They're actually grabbing pretty good.
Yeah, they're doing just as good as the Fusions, and the Fusions are broken in.
Here we go. Let's test out this side hill. That's pretty big. I may have bit a little bit more off than I could think I should have.
It's doing pretty good though. That's not bad.
No. See if those tires can pull it up. Oh yeah, right there.
If you were sitting in that, you'd be puckering.
Oh, for sure. That's really good for a side hill, honestly. That's not bad.
Especially stock.
Yeah. Man, that IFS moves so nicely.
I've been wanting to test mine out with my new shock setup, so.
That articulation you got with those SCX shocks are really nice.
Oh yeah, look at that.
That thing is a side hill champ too, though. I mean, that you could side hill like crazy with those.
Carbon frame, it kind of gives it an advantage.
I see kind of a harder line.
All right,
Try it.
let's check it out.
Down here. Ooh. All right, so I'm not loving the drag brake. I'm having to stay on the throttle. She's rolling back even on that little bit of a hill here. But this is a crazy line. I don't think it's gonna do it.
We're gonna have to test out the speed on that. That'd be a fun one walking down the trail. I don't know if we have the traction for that.
Yeah.
I think it's a mix of stock tires and wet conditions. Neither one of those are our friend right now.
Yeah, I'm thinking that was a bit much to bite off of. Let's try to do that. Right. Ooh, another scratch.
There she goes.
And down.
Well, Shane, for the record, you said we could scratch it.
We are going to show that wearable body today. Well, I rolled it, man. I think it's your turn. I might go grab the SCX. You want to give it a try?
I definitely want to give it a try.
All right. See if you can crawl up that. I'll go grab the other one.
Front left tire is the first obstacle trying to get up this. If we can get it started, we might be able to get the right one. No, it's falling. Oh, oh, oh. Oh. So we expected the Fusion would do more, and this is one obstacle of everything that we've tried that the Fusion's actually done that it didn't. So overall, I'm pretty impressed with its capabilities. The Fusion, it's comes stock with carbon frames and brass pieces down low, and on top of that, I've modified it, so it's got every right to be a better crawler, and it just barely is. Let's swap the Fusion out for the SEX 10.3 Gladiator. Let's see if you can make it up that real quick.
All right.
Start you in on the current one. Mike tires out of the sand. The Fusion did make it, but it was a trick. It was sliding back and forth and up and down all over the place. I ended up hitting it from an angle this way almost. Alright, let's see. The Edelbrock sticker comes stock on it, or you put that on there?
Well, I bought this used, so I'm not sure.
Oh yeah. I like it. Kind of funny, does Edelbrock make something besides carburetors? Because I wouldn't have a carburetor.
I think they do.
They've got to in this day and age. They're still around. Kind of looks like a... There's two stickers of EPR. Got a turbo sticker and a carburetor sticker. Let's go. Oh!
Ooh.
You got it. That's the line that the Fusion made it up.
And she made it. Well, you want to try that line with the...
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking too.
Maybe I didn't give her a fair shake. Gosh, that front suspension looks so good. I love the realistic details on this. And those tires do fit. They fit the look really well.
I don't know if it's the servo or the suspension, but you were right about that front steering. As soon as you start driving it, my first turn, it already wasn't doing very good. Leave some room to be desired, but
yeah.
You always gotta have stuff to upgrade. My back tires on the left side of that little ridge there.
Are you noticing a little front clearance issues for where the diff would be? Or I didn't notice a huge difference.
I just noticed that I bumped the front and I was surprised because all that drag brake, you were not kidding. I did think that was a little lower than I expected.
It's quiet.
Yeah. Well, I'm not making it up that same line either. Tires just don't quite have it.
Let's hit that wall over there.
I'll come back and crash.
There we go. We can get all across this.
I see right under there, guy. Oh yeah, just a little bit. It's so disappointing if there's not.
Figure we'll take that rock bridge. It's set up to see that. We'll just move it once we're over there. Yeah.
I'm just in love with the way it looks.
And the size. What do you think about the size? It seems almost like a smaller 10th scale.
I don't know, because a lot of these older trucks were a little bit smaller than our modern sized trucks are. And the Gladiator, but at the same time, it's not really a big truck either, so it might be a little bit small. I think part of why I love it is the IFS. I've been looking for a micro IFS kit. I want to build a little trophy truck, but I can't find one, so it's fun playing with it on the bigger scale.
I'm really loving the realistic look of that truck. It looks really great.
Keep underestimating that steering. I really hope it's the servo and not the geometry. So I'm actually going to be on reverse going down this, trying to go slow. Sweet.
Ooh, that front bounce down that really nice.
Yeah.
So guys, if that stays part of our lineup, I'm thinking brushless.
Oh yeah, I think brushless would be a game changer on this.
Just how slow I can go with this Fusion SC motor in this guy.
Yeah, I wish I could have gone down with that slow.
Yeah.
I definitely need some lights. It looks like it's got so many.
Yeah.
Got some pretty good speed on it. It could definitely be a speeder on it.
Ooh, casualty.
Oh, my bad. Looking at the camera. Yeah, the tires stay flat with the ground, even though.
All right, guys. So there you go. We're getting rained on now, so we're gonna pack it up, get out of here. Thanks for sticking with us. Let us know what you think. I think it's really awesome. It's very unique. It could use some upgrades, but overall, I mean, it did really well out of the box. I love that independent front suspension. I love it.
Oh yeah, but between the detail and the uniqueness of it, I really like it. I'm all about the detail and the scale aspect, as you guys know, so I love all the attention to detail and all the bolts and all the little plastic molded parts that a lot of people don't do and they bother doing. So I don't know, I give it a good rating. I like it.
Yeah,
I'd buy one.
You know what, we're gonna figure out a rating system for these.
Yeah,
let's do that.
Make a scale.
Let
us know if you guys have any ideas on what should be in that scale. What do you guys look for in a crawler?
Yeah.
So like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys.
Huge shout out Mountain High Power Sports. They're the only reason we can do these reviews, guys. This stuff is expensive, so huge shout out to them. They're helping us out a ton, letting us review this stuff. Go check them out, guys. If you're anywhere close in the Vernal area, stop in, say hello. Shane's an awesome guy. He can answer all of your questions. He's a full Red Cat dealer. He's got the Team Associated stuff in now, so check him out.
Yep, go and see him. Shane's awesome. We're happy to have him, and we definitely get our stuff there. They're a good place to go. So thanks again, Shane.
Yeah. Guys,
Later.
see you on the next one.